Hey everyone, this is the Spoon Dude back with another sorta action figure custom / modification video. This time we're looking at how I fixed my DC Multiverse The Batman figure. I don't really collect the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse line, but my hype for the Batman was through the roof that I just had to get the McFarlane figure. I know Mezco has one on the way, and hopefully some of the import companies like Mafex or Figuarts will make their own too. But for now, the McFarlane figure was pretty much the only Batman figure from this movie, because honestly, it's a pretty good figure overall. Unfortunately, the one I had awful quality control issues that are apparently pretty widespread. For starters, his lower torso just came completely upside down in the packaging. You can tell that because the armor isn't quite lining up correctly. It's pretty clear that on mine, it's upside down. Secondly, they assembled the figure with the wrong collar. You see, McFarlane also made a second version of this figure that has an unmasked head. That variant has like a different collar that has the cowl hanging down like he just took it off. Somehow, the brilliant folks over at McFarlane Toys included that collar on the regular masked Batman, making it seem like the masked Batman, who's again wearing the mask, has the second mask that he just took off. And outside of those QC issues, I was also just not happy with the fact that the figure was permanently looking over to the side as if he was distracted by something over to his left. And if you know me, you also know I prefer cloth capes over plastic ones. The plastic cape he came with was pretty decent, but of course, I would want to replace it with a cloth one. So here's how I fixed all those issues. Luckily, the torso was easy enough to fix. I just got some boiling hot water. I stuck the figure in, I popped it apart, and then just flipped the torso to be the proper orientation. Nothing more to that, it's pretty simple. And while it's apart, you can also take that opportunity to widen the hole a little bit and try to increase the torso articulation since it's pretty limited out of the box. Now you can see the armor lines up much better and actually looks like what it's supposed to be. The collar is a different story. Unfortunately, this collar piece is all one piece with the mask, so it's not as simple as just taking off the mask. You actually have to cut it off, and then what you're left with can be a pretty jagged, rough cut depending on how cleanly you cut it. I kind of cut it pretty badly, so it doesn't really look great. It's still better than having a second mask hanging down. It's not ideal though, and luckily for me, there is a better fit, which I'll talk about more later in the video. As for the eyes, I repainted them so he can look straight forward and, not limit my posing options by just having him always looking to one side. Painting eyes is a bit tricky as always, but I think I did alright. I tried mixing a bit of flesh tone with the white for I think it's the sclera, the white parts of the eyes, so that the eyes look more natural, not just like a stark, bright white. I painted his iris the greenish blue color that Robert Pattinson has. It might be a little bit too light compared to how his eyes actually appear in the movie and in general, but I think it looks okay. I used metallic blue, silver, and gold to get this color. Unfortunately, the white doesn't really have any shine to it since I used a matte white. I really need to get like a gloss white or just like a gloss varnish. And then for the pupil and just the black around the iris, I used the fine tip micron pen to get those little details in. I thought about repainting his lower face so that it looks a little bit more detailed or whatever, but I didn't end up doing so. I think I'm okay with the eyes for now. I might go back and repaint the face another time though. And of course, the last thing, I did get rid of the plastic cape and I replaced it with a cloth one. I had a spare GPS slot pleather cape that's actually meant for Mezco Batman figures, so it is a bit short. Then again, the cape doesn't really look like it touches the ground in the movie. Like I said, this was a spare cape I already had, so I'd rather just use this instead of trying to buy another one. Overall, I'm much happier with this figure. It's still not perfect. It could definitely use more paint detail on the body and even the face. Some wear and tear to the armor and all that. Plus, he's missing his grapnel gun holster. At least I think it's for the grapnel gun. And he also sorely needs some fisted hands, especially since his right hand is stuck in this high-fiving kind of flat palm that's meant to hold the grapple. Luckily, a fellow by the name OT Customs offers replacement hands, a holster, and even a replacement collar piece made specifically for this figure. I ordered these pieces and I should have them soon enough. And when I say, he's offering them, he's selling them. I think he makes them like 3D printed and paints them and stuff, so Hopefully I can get those soon and probably do a video on it to show how it all works. But yeah, anyways, that's how I fixed my The Batman figure. I'm happy with it for now. Obviously, I look forward to the upgrade pieces that I bought from OT Customs so that it would look even better. But for now, I'm pretty happy with how he is, especially compared to how he was before. Anyways, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Something